you hear that? Do you hear that? Every low? What have I gotten cocked up? What have I concocted this time round, eh? What have I gotten concocted this time round, eh? Guess what it is, folks? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? So yes, welcome to episode 4 of sorting Genshin Impact characters into their progressive archetypes. My name is Cornelius LOW, professional wrestler turned Butler VTuber. If you've been here for the past 3 episodes, you probably know that. Well, the past, 3 episodes. So, let's see. Can I make this the final one? Will that even be possible? Considering that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 more to go. Seems possible. Who knows? You hear that, folks? Do you hear that? That is the sound of boiling water. Why is there boiling water being boiled? Why is there boiling water being boiled? Well, it is because I'm brewing coffee. Well, of course I am. But of course I am. So just for a little bit of context here, folks, I'm not completely exhausted. Not completely. But I am just, what's the word I'm looking for? Just being careful. Because as you can tell, I wasn't really supposed to be streaming today. Because again, there was just so many other things that I had to be caught up on. That I decided on the whim, let's get this over with. Let's get this over with, okay? If there's any time to just be over with, it's today. Let's get this done tonight. I would have started, doing this live stream a good bit earlier, but unfortunately, IRL things just occurred, unfortunately. Just IRL things occurred that just slowed me down more than I wished. So yes, let's brew this coffee and then we'll begin, eh? Let's begin. It's nothing really complicated this time round. Nothing really complicated. It's still the good old quinoa coffee. Still the good old quinoa coffee that we used in the last stream. That, now that I think about it, wasn't really effective. At least it was something. At least it was something. Okay, let's brew this. Let's brew this bad boy. Okay. So I don't spill boiling water onto the nether regions. Not that it's ever occurred before, but just saying. Just trying to be cautious here. Always stuff. Spare water to spare. Very good, very good. Okay. Nice little spoon. My dinner tonight was actually quite interesting. It was is it a steak pie? I don't know what you call it. Is it a beef Wellington? It might have been a beef Wellington actually. I'm actually not so sure what it was. But there was some, but it came with red wine gravy that was actually really interesting. Well, it definitely tasted like red wine. Very tangy taste to it. Feel to it. It was actually really, really nice. right, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's begin, eh? Let's begin. Let's see who's first. Who's first? Let me look at the list. We've done a good bit already. Let's see now. Let me check. Who was it I've already done? Okay. I should have done the two travelers already. Okay. Lumin and Ether are up there as the powerhouses. That's good. That's good. So far, everything is actually neck and neck, with the exception of high flyers. Shockingly enough, actually, you would think that the high flyers would be dime a dozen in the for Genshin Impact, but I'm classifying them in rather interesting ways. Okay, next up, this is probably a very special character for a lot of you guys. It is Venti. What do I know about Venti? Venti, he is apparently a god of a bard god, I think, and I'm using the word god here, yeah, as opposed to goddess. Now, that was one of the interesting things I learned about Venti in my time as a casual observer of Genshin Impact, as it were. So I've never played Genshin Impact before, but I've observed it a good bit. In fact, when I say observe, it's more like it's nigh inescapable in the VTubing space, in the anime ACG space. Okay. A bard that seems to have arrived on some unknown wind. Sometimes sings songs as old as the hills, and other times sings poems fresh and new, like apples and lively places, but is not a fan of cheese or anything sticky. When using his animal power to control the wind, he often appears as feathers, as he's part of that which appears light and breezy. Essentially, the dude's an Archon. The dude is basically one of the seven, essentially. Yeah. What's the word that I'm looking for with him? And I don't think it's a bit of an insult to call him a twink. I think he is literally what is called a twink. Like, that's not even. I don't even mean that pejoratively. I don't even mean that subjectively. I actually mean it objectively. Dude's a twink. That's a twink. Like, he's so twinky that he will actually he can probably play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on that lyre of his. Is that what it's called? Anyways, where does he fit into all this? It'd be kind of funny if I put him as a powerhouse, eh? I mean, he is an Archon after all. He's an Archon. I really don't see him muscling people around either, so powers and gravel, not really. Actually, he does come off too uwu, doesn't he now? He looks genuinely harmless. Apologies, my nose is... Man, this is one reason why I was delayed a good bit this style. Not only was I bringing up my kettle up to the first floor. Oh my god, okay, apologies, I need to settle my nose. 1 second. Oh, apologies for that. I don't even have the flu right now. I don't even have the flu, and this is already happening to me. Ugh, ridiculous. Anywho, how? Alright. Okay, I think I need to be a little more... a little more strategic. Not strategic. need to dilly-dally a little bit less in this one, because it is a little bit later than that after all. He is a high flyer. Yeah, he's a freaking bard. He's a freaking, I mean, like he controls the winds. He's a twink. He's a high flyer. He's such a high flyer. Not all twinks are high flyers, mind you. I just want to make it very clear here. I know some twinks, mind you, I'm not one of them. I do not count as one of them. I think I'm a smaller lad, but I don't think I'm twink shaped at all. But there are some folks who are twinks who fit the other archetypes. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Okay, next up. Oh, before that, finishing move. Okay, lad comes off very floaty, stylish, probably flirts with the audience members a little bit too much for his own good. Why am I thinking of a victory roll? I think he does come off a little bit like a cruiserweight that refers to pin as opposed to like go on the offense that much. Actually, no. A victory roll's okay. Victory roll's okay. But no, that doesn't feel finisher enough. It can be, but not to. I think for this Archon, he does again. He seems like he's probably the most harmless of all the Archons. But I think, you gotta give him something a little punchier, But not punch. That'd be too much for him. I think he's also. What's the one I was looking for? Something difficult. Yeah, something difficult. Something that belies his genteel nature. I think what was I had at the tip of my tongue. Oh, okay. Shooting star press DDT. You heard me right, folks. I know that sounds kind of unbelievable, but I've seen it done before. By one person. By one wrestler. An unbelievably difficult move. But it's possible. And in Genshin Impact Pro Wrestling, it is possible by one man. Venti himself, shooting star press DDT. Wild that he can do that. Okay, next up. Let's see now. Oh, okay, this is an interesting character. Okay. Next up, we have the Wanderer. Okay, firstly, I want you guys to take note of this. This is very important here. For some bizarre reason, if you can see right over here at his head, he does not have a hat. He is supposed to have a hat. You can see it on the thumbnail here that he has a hat. Why he does not have a hat in this splash art bewilders me. That's like such his signature thing. Not this little schoolboy shorts, not all this whooshy swooshy magic. No. He's not the Wanderer without the hat. So I don't know. This splash art confuses me. Maybe the lore will give us a little bit more. will give us a little bit more insight into it. Okay. The Wanderer came into existence in place of his previous incarnation after the latter expunged his previous appellations and their respective histories from Irminsul. Harboring his former self's memories after willingly regaining them, Wanderer is now the only title he goes by, for he has no home, kin, or destination. Ooh, okay, that's some... So in spite of the schoolboy shorts, he's got some heavy history to him. Interesting. So the only other thing I know about Wanderer is that he's got some deep ties with freaking Raiden Shogun. That's my understanding. He's got some ties with Raiden Shogun, and I'm not sure what it is. But that basically means by default, he's got some serious magics to him. So, in spite of his rather bratty, privileged-looking nature, man's a little bit dangerous. But I wish he had a hat to go along with it. It's just ridiculous. I'm gonna assume he has a hat on him right now because it's just ridiculous that he doesn't have the hat. How can he be recognized without the hat? Pete 6. Okay, then let's see now. Wanderer is... No wrestling. I would love to put one of them here. Let's see now. Smaller stature, but big in power and big in ego, I'm assuming. There's a little bit of a... He does seem like he's got a bit of a god complex going for him. I'm not too sure why. I must say he's a powerhouse. He's smaller in stature, but he's one of those smaller in stature powerhouses. You know? So we've got a few decent examples here of pint-sized powerhouses. Klee being chief of him, because it's Klee. But Wanderer definitely fits in that bill as well. Can also do a bit of a high-flying as well. So yes, a high-flying powerhouse. It's a thing actually, and I can definitely see him doing that. And with that said, his finishing move is perfect for this then. Iconoclasm. That finishing move, it's a bit of a mouthful. For most folks, you might not recognize what it is, but if you've seen a bit of Japanese wrestling, you definitely know what it is. Maybe. Made famous by... Oh shoot, what's his name? He's in Gleet right now, I think. Wait, what was his name? Shima. Yeah, Shima. So it's the one where he puts them up on the middle rope, or he sits them up on the top rope, grabs both their hands in the crisscross fashion, and literally just yeets them. That's iconoclasm. Kind of a wild move, but it's devastating. So for this cocky lad, yeah, definitely iconoclasm for sure. Okay, making good progress. What else do we have? This lad. If it wasn't for the fact that I've actually heard the name pronounced, I would not know how to say this name. And I'm someone who speaks English as a very much as a first language. Lee. Apparently that's how you say it. I'm assuming this is following like English spelling rules, in the fact that they do away with the spelling rules more often than not. Is it Worcestershire or is it Worcestershire? Is it Tottenham or is it Tottenham? You know? It's that sort of a thing. That sort of a thing. You can't trust the spelling in these. You just can't. So, Riesli. Looks like he's he sort of comes off like a male Vi cosplayer. You guys know who Vi is from League of Legends? Yeah, that Vi. But sort of making it work. I'll give it to him. Is he a cat boy? Let me see closely. Is he a cat boy? I'm looking at the splash shot. Comes off very cat boyish. Nice big fist. Good for fisting. I'm assuming he uses the cryo element. Although the element of it isn't a factor in my decision making here. So he looks emo AF. Looks very emo. He definitely looks like the main character in his own action in like a Devil May Cry style action game. More so, yeah. So it's definitely more Devil May Cry, way less Dark Souls. You are trying to feed into the fantasy of an emo, stylish anime superhero type, for sure. In other words, I approve. The ladies will be very happy about this. But what does the law say? Having killed his abusive foster parents to save his adoptive siblings, Riesli was sentenced and exiled to the fortress of Meropide in his teenage years. He eventually became its administrator and has enforced a series of reforms under his rule, serving as a role model for the prisoners. Ah, he's Batman. You know, if Batman's parents were abusive. Wow. Okay, and he's also an administrator as well. Definitely looks like a toughie. So I guess I'm sort of right. I mean, especially because Batman has his own, like, you know, Devil May Cry-esque game. Well, it's not exactly Devil May Cry-esque, but, you know, I would argue, it can be argued that the Arkham games are closer in gameplay to Devil May Cry than Dark Souls. Dark Souls, I've seen what that DLC has done to people. I've seen what the Shadow of Earth, the Shadow of Earth 3 DLC has done to all of you guys. I am not touching Dark Souls, man. It looks like it's constant punishment. And I'm a wrestler. I know what's punishment, but that Dark Souls just takes it to another level. My God. So the big man here is I'm assuming he's stuck in a fortress for a good while. But he's got genuinely a bit of a dark past going on here, right? A bit of a grim past. Stuck in the fortress for so long. I'm tempted to put him the grappler just because he seems like a guy that actually wants to do a little bit of grappling. But look at the lad. Look at the lad. He's a powerhouse. He is such a powerhouse. My God. I can respect the powerhouse wearing a vest too. What kind of a finisher though? He's got them big fists. Will that come into play actually? Because I was thinking something powerbomb-esque. Oh no, I got a better idea. So, how does that work? How does that move forward? Okay, I think it was Eric Rowan, aka Eric Redbeard, that does it. It's the one where you basically iron claw someone's head, so you basically just grab their head with your bare hand, you lift them up and choke slam them. But you're not choking them because it's not a choke, but you are slamming them like it's a choke slam. So it's that move. Let's call it the Iron Claw Slam, I suppose. So yeah, you grab the head, bam. That's his finishing move. Because let's face it, we can totally see him do that. Can't we? Yep. That's Riesli. Deservedly a powerhouse. Next up. Okay. So this one. Ah, okay. It is indeed Xiangling. Okay, let me just put this away. Oh my god, we're finally at X. My good gravy. Okay, Xiangling. Woo, look at that. Portrait as opposed to landscape as opposed to portrait. You can definitely tell this was an earlier splash art because it's not as ridiculously fanciful like the one that recently had, where it's like this explosion of ice. Okay, Xiangling. Good to see the pinging so I can pronounce it as accurately as possible. Xiangling. Ah, okay. So Mao Xiangling. First impressions, comes off like a disciple of Sun Wukong, if you know what that is. That is a spear. No, that is a spear, but it still gives off Sun Wukong vibes, just because of the cloud that I'm assuming is fire. I think that's fire, but it comes off like clouds, so it gives a little bit of a Sun Wukong vibes. Very cute and cheeky. Seems like a sweetheart. Someone that looks like practices martial arts as opposed to actually using them very, very aggressively. As in, like, use them recreationally. You know, like practices it because it's good. It's a good workout. You get to learn self-defense. As opposed to going to war with the martial art. You know. So let's see. Mao Xiangling is the head chef at the Wan Min restaurant and runs it alongside her father, Chef Mao. As a chef, Xiangling isn't afraid to try out different recipes or exotic ingredients, making her dishes sometimes quite unique. Ah, the cheekiness really does come true here, eh? Ooh. I wonder what can it be. I gotta say, if you really know, really get into the deep side of Chinese cuisine, and let's face it, she's very Chinese coded. You know, she does come from. I'm assuming this is from Liyue. Yes, so Liyue is very much Chinese coded. Chinese cuisine, as diverse as it can get, it can get also equally exotic, and like as in when I say exotic, I want to really specify this here. So there is exotic, so it's exotic even within China. So if someone from another province were to go to this province and see this particular dish, even they will balk and be shocked at it. You know, I dare say not every province eats frog, for instance. Yep. Frog. Without saying too much, my own heritage, eating frog is not very strange at all. I quite like frog actually. I've even had frog in a home style setting before actually. So that's really not strange at all. And then there's some parts in China where they straight up eat things raw. Yep. There's some places that, especially in southern China, the very southern tip in the Yunnan province, whoo, there are some stuff that apparently is just straight up raw. And they flavor the meats with a variety of dipping sauces that could come from an animal actually. Like some ingredients actually comes from the animal. When I say animal, I meant the bile of an animal. Yep. It can be quite confronting, apparently. And that, but this is the one that actually culture shocked me the most, actually, arguably. Everyone sort of knows what mala is right now, the spicier side of China. A lot of folks didn't realize this, but it was only as recently as I want to say 5, 8, 10 years ago. Things like Sichuanese cuisine, northern Chinese cuisine, like the really mainland China stuff. Because most people were more familiar with the southern Chinese stuff, actually, because of it being a coastal city after all, and they spread around on a very, very global scale. But since the rest of China also spread on the international scale as well, they brought with them heaps and heaps and heaps of chili oil and chilies. Have you seen 辣子鸡? Do you know what 辣子鸡 is? It's basically a chicken dish. You could argue it's kind of like popcorn chicken if it was covered in chili oil and chilies. In fact, when you see it, it looks like a pile of chopped chilies. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it's just all chilies. I can assure you there are, in fact, chicken bits in there, like popcorn chicken-sized chicken bits inside it. But you literally have to dig it out. Apparently, that's part of the experience. And yes, very tasty, but oh, so spicy. Holy crap. Some of the more old school Chinese folks where I'm from, they cannot. They just can't. It's insanely spicy. It is shockingly spicy. There goes making my coffee. So I bet, looking at all this red around it, I bet she can whip up something incredibly mala. Oh man. So where does she fit in? Does it mean that I want to put her as a caterer? Because every good wrestling promotion needs a caterer. But I think that would be a little bit too mean. She does look like she knows how to use that. Wait, I just realized something. She's wielding a spear. But is she not a chef? Where's her cleaver? Come on, wield a cleaver, Xiangling. Wield a cleaver. That's the signature Chinese cooking tool. The Chinese cooking tool, not a spear. Come on now. Ah, what is this? Rejecting your own heritage. But she's a grappler. Why? Look, if you're gonna handle the exotic stuff, that means you gotta get down and dirty. You know, take them down yourselves. You know, if you want those giant frogs, you gotta grab them with your own bare hands. So having good grappling acumen absolutely makes sense here. Let me just pour me a little bit of this without spilling it on my legs. Put this away first. Okay, I need to be very careful with how I'm moving stuff around, considering that I have literally a kettle of hot water with me. So let's see, what's her signature maneuver? I think oh, this is gonna be so if I were to like wrestlefy her, I think her finishing maneuver is, and I know this is gonna sound kind of morbid, it's I forgot what Carmelo Hayes' finisher's name is called. I think it's nothing but net. It's essentially a top rope flying leg drop to a bent opponent. So he has to position him exactly right. When they get up from the floor, the upper body is bent. That's when he takes the leap and literally chop the head off with a massive leg drop. Because that's what Xiangling does as well. Yeah. For slaughter. Turning her into a, like, Xiangling the Hunter. Get it? Because it's a reference to Craven Hunter. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, let's move on. Ah, this is an interesting one. Okay, this is Xian Yun, aka Maraichi. Oh god, okay. I have to tell a little bit of a story. I have to give context about what I just said. So when this character debuted on the social medias and all that jazz, firstly, people said two things. One, Bayonetta, because look at her. She's so Bayonetta. My god. So obviously people were like, my wife, mommy, you know, all that jazz. Secondly, especially those in my circle, the folks that I run with, literally everyone, and yes, this included myself, were all like, Chips! It's the glasses. I'm sorry. It's the glasses, okay? You see those glasses on her? Like the moment we see those pair of glasses onto any beautiful woman, everyone in my circle will go all cheese, because Chips is a beautiful woman who also wears these exact type of glasses. So everyone was like, cheese. So stupid. It's so stupid. So many of us are being such goobers about it. But that's the truth. It's Chips. Yes. Which is weird too, because Chips is like a space eel person. And Xian Yun here is a crane, I think. Oh, let's actually look at the lore, shall we? Let's see. Okay, she's also the cloud retainer. Curious about what draws her disciples to Liyue Harbor, she has taken up residence in the city to see for herself. My understanding that she's actually sort of like a mentor figure to Gan Yu, I think. Where's Gan Yu actually in this? Here, let me check. Where is Gan Yu in this? Where is Gan Yu? Oh my god, I've completely lost where Gan Yu is. Where the hell did I put Gan Yu? Ah, okay. I put Gan Yu as a grappler. Oh. I mean, look, she's Bayonetta coded. She's got wings. She's definitely a bit mommy coded. She looks like she could take care of you, and discipline you if you were to do anything awry. Like she looks like that discipline teacher that everyone loves, but you know that if you were to cross her, you are in a world of hurt. She is that sort of discipline teacher. She really comes off that way. And yes, the kind that doesn't realize that she dresses really, really hot as well. Like she thinks she's all professional and sleek and nice. But oh, she get the husbands get into trouble when it comes to a parent teachers when it comes to those parent teacher meetings. So this one's a no-brainer. High flyer, and finally we got two levels here now. She's definitely a high flyer. Again, one of those lanky ladies that jumps up on the top rope more often than not. So for her, okay, this is another. Again, I'm thinking of a lot of leg drops for some reason. Middle rope, guillotine leg drop. So the lovely Xian Yun here. Can lift her leg up like a front split style. She stands on the middle rope, lifts her leg up front split style, and chops them down onto the opponent. Crystal calls it a queen's guillotine. So my very good friend Crystal from the Philippines, she's a Filipino pro wrestler. She does the queen's guillotine, so that's what Xian Yun does as well, because she is quite queenie herself. Cheeps. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one I'm actually really not sure what's its origins at all. I've seen this character a lot, but I don't understand. So this is Xiao. I guess the first tone. Xiao. So, big Dark Souls vibes. Big Dark Souls vibes. The tight white shirt I don't get for some reason. For some reason I can picture him half naked. I don't know why they give him a tight white top for. It just seems kind of weird in a more fantasy based world for him to be in a tight white top. Yeah, something about it doesn't sit right with me. Like I'm so curious as to why he's not topless. It just seems to fit if he's not topless. If he's topless, yeah. I just think he should be topless, yeah. Not because of any kink of some sort. It's because I think he looks better topless. He's got all these accoutrements, you know. And, you know, someone like I think Ito is sort of topless as well, and no one bats an eye. But definitely comes off like he's the Sasuke of Genshin Impact. He comes off like the Sasuke, the emo. What's the word? So he's not Ben 10, but he's Kevin Levin. You know, he's the emo side character, the emo co-main character, so to speak. He might be the occasional villain as well, actually, depending on what the story fits. So yeah, I can definitely see him as definitely more heelish, actually. Let's see. He is an Adeptus under the name Alatus. And the sole surviving member of the 5 foremost Yakshas, dispatched by Morax to subdue the demonic spirits that plague Liyue. He currently resides at Wangshu Inn and mostly restrains himself from large crowds and social interactions. In other words, very much a loner. Definitely has some eternal. He's got some. No, a lot of the characters here are quite long-lived, and so they've got some massive baggage to them. In that case, Xiao here. Where does Xiao fit in then? Where are we thinking, folks? Where are we thinking? Xiao comes off like he can. Xiao. I just got a bit of a weird comparison, but his top really reminds me of what Leo Rush wore a little while ago. So he's got the whole full bodysuit thing going on. Kind of reminds me of that. But he might be different from him, considering that he's an Adeptus, which I'm sort of assuming that means like a godly figure or a demigod. So a powerful mystical being, apparently, ostensibly. Something tells me that if I were to pro wrestlify him, he would be quite the striker, I think. Doesn't look like it, but man can throw his weight around and give you and land you strikes that feel almost supernatural. Yeah, something about him, like, because he's one of the older characters. He's got a lot of experience. Clearly he's got experience fighting. He even wears a mask as well. I guess his hands a mask. He's definitely wearing a mask while he's a pro wrestler. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. I'd say. So what about finishing moves then? What about finishing moves? He does look like a lad that will be willing to throw himself into danger regardless of the risks inflicted upon to himself. So whilst he is able to do some serious chops and kicks, I can imagine him doing headbutts as well for some reason. His finishing maneuver is a top rope stomp. Just a good old top rope stomp a la Finn Balor. Classic but devastating. Let's go. Who else is next? Who else is next? Okay. Here we go. Xingqiu. Firstly, Xingqiu, before I read anything else about this character, I can't tell. With me, you can tell. With someone like Riesli, you can tell. With someone like Shenhe, you can tell. Even someone like Venti, you can sort of tell. Sort of. I have no clue. With Xingqiu. No clue. Absolutely zilch. Nothing against him slash her slash they. But no clue. Firstly, should you really be fighting? You look way too fragile to be fighting. It's impressive that you can hold up that sword when it looks that girthy. Like, that's a surprisingly girthy sword for your frame, actually. It looks pretty heavy for a one-handed sword. I'll give you props for that. But you really do come off a little bit too... It comes off like you've had training. Like you have and the royal lineage to afford the training. But you're not battle ready. Not battle ready enough, at least. Well, let's see the lore to find out. Xingqiu is the second son. Okay. Nothing against anyone androgynous, but like, wow. I mean, regardless of whether you're packing it or whether you're really packing it, you don't look like you're packing it. He's the second son of the guild manager of the Fei Yuan Commerce Guild, an influential group in Liga, and is also a self-proclaimed practitioner of the Kuhua clan's arts. Also an avid reader, Xingqiu aims to be the embodiment of chivalry, like the heroes of the books he reads. However, this belies his knack for mischief. He's the Lulu. He is the Lulu. I wasn't expecting to put one more person into Uno Wrestling, but here we are. I thought I was only going to put one more person to Uno Wrestling, but then I saw him. I saw Xingqiu. And you know what? You know what? Since here seems like quite the formal lad, and he's quite well read. You know what that means in the pro wrestling context? It means he's a pro wrestling nerd. It means that he has watched and absorbed a good amount of pro wrestling. He's one of those lads that can name dates. He's one of those lads that can name like the matches in those events. If you were to say like, oh, who was in WrestleMania? Who was in that match in WrestleMania 40? Oh, this and this. Who made the event Survivor Series 2014? Oh, this and that, and him and that, and she was there too. He can do that. He can do that. That means that maybe he can't. Oh, maybe he did have a little bit of pro wrestling experience. You know, I'm not saying he doesn't, but maybe he had to put it on the back burner a little bit because he was being tossed around a little bit too much by the other guys who are larger and, frankly speaking, more dangerous than him. But his incredible knowledge, he's got a huge moveset in his head. He understands the business very well. He has all this history that he can bring up in a pro wrestling show. He will make for a fantastic color by color, not color by color, play by play commentator. So that means the person actually calling the action, giving context. That is Xing Qiu. To an extent, that's sort of my thing as well, actually. Push this here so I don't burn myself with the kettle. Jeez, it's still hot. Ooh, still hot. Yeah, still hot. Yep. So sorry, not sorry. Definitely not sorry. He's where he belongs. Unlike me, I'm still a wrestler. I can commentate, absolutely I can, but no, I'm still good for wrestling. I'm still good for wrestling. One second, folks. One second, folks. Just doing a little bit of cleaning up to do. Let's see now. Okay. Let's get back to it. Actually. Oh, I apologize. Okay, I'll do this while standing up because I need to stand up. Every hour, I need to stand up. Yeah. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. abs. I know it's a weird thing to yell out, but I'm not gonna spoil what it is. But oh my goodness, I did something. I changed things up a little bit fitness-wise over the weekend, and let's just say that what I did was, woo! I am shocked at how much it affected my abs. Like, my body's sore in a good way, but I am most shocked that my abs are getting a huge workout from that. Oh my good gravy. Like, don't get me wrong, the shape has not changed at all. But does it feel tighter and sorer? Like, I have DOMs on my abs. Why the hell do I have DOMs on my abs? Who gets DOMs on their abs? Delayed onset muscle soreness is what DOMs is. So it's weird to have it on my abs. I'm not sure. I am genuinely not sure if I've ever had DOMs on my abs before. That's so strange. Okay, I don't think I need my massage gun right now. It's good that even just a little while, even just standing up for just a little while is actually a good thing for me. It's a very good thing for me, actually. Okay, next up. Oh, this character's really, really unique, actually. Okay, this is Xinyan. Rock and roll is a relatively unpopular style of music in Liyue, having recently been brought over from Fontaine. Xinyan, however, loves the sound, and she's slowly but surely amassing a fan base of her own as she performs throughout Liyue Harbor. I love this. I love this. So she is a rebel. Look at her. She's a freaking rebel. She's the one that's like basically going against the norm, bringing something new to freaking Liyue. Rock music? Oh man, that's so pro wrestling. That is so pro wrestling. That is so pro wrestling. So first of all, I love this. More so than her design, it's just the whole concept of her bringing rock music to a very Oriental-inspired world, continent, country, whatever Tibet is, whatever that is. So this is wild, very, very cool. Design is, and I just love the whole fact that she fully embraces the whole punk rock thing. Actually, I love it. It looks like she electrified what looks like I forgot the name of it. It's not Erhu. It's like a Chinese mandolin. I forgot the name of it. Pipa. Is it pipa? Maybe. Kind of like a pipa. Let's just say a pipa. Yeah. So she basically electrified a pipa. And I love that. I'm sort of aware that not a lot of people are into Xinyan, but this design, the whole idea behind it is awesome. I as you can tell, I have a real soft spot for characters that goes against the norms, that's trying to carve out their own path, you know, because it rings a bell within yours slowly, you know. So where does she fit in? Because she looks so punk rock. I love it. Is she a powerhouse? Like when you think rock and roll, I mean, it does seem like she could actually fit into the whole high flyer thing. Actually, if I were to pro wrestlify a rocker who's not from a rock, does not come from a rock background at all. A rock and roll pioneer, essentially. What kind of pro wrestler would they be? Powerhouse. Or actually, to be fair, high flyer could be quite fun for her actually. I mean, she's definitely not. I definitely don't think she's like a larger character. I think. You know what? High flyer. She is taking the big risk. She is going to have to make the crazy stunts in order to get noticed. So she'll put out all the stops to make a good impression. So what does that mean for a finisher then, eh? Since she's quite the risk taker, I think. Swanton bomb, a la Jeff Hardy, No wait, no. I got a better one. Shades of Jeff Hardy for sure. Darby Allin. Coffin drop. Except it's not a coffin drop. Because Darby Allin, you know, I think he does cross his hands and, you know, coffin drops. But when she throws herself and free falls onto the opponent, she will have the devil's hands out. She will do the devil eye with her hands. Not the devil eye, the evil eye. The evil eye symbol. Woo! And it just squishes them. That is so much more seen. So yeah, the coffin drop. The coffin drop is a finisher. But with so the evil eye coffin drop, essentially. Wow, that's an album name right there. The evil eye coffin drop. Someone turn that into an album name, please, and remember to credit me. Thank you. Awesome. Oof, we are actually making a dent in this, folks. We are actually making a dent in this. Okay. Next up. This one is Yae Miko. Firstly, it's kind of subtle, but she almost has side boob. Is she a furry? I just noticed the ears. Is she a furry? Well, is she actually a cat girl? But I just noticed the foxes. She's a fox girl, isn't she? She's a fox girl. Okay, but first impressions, comes off. I can definitely tell she's supposed to be a priestess of some sort, but she comes off really sly, pretty mischievous. Like, you know, she'll grant your wish, but there's a twist to it, sort of a deal. That comes off that way. Yeah, she might have ill intentions for some of you folks. For some of you folks, and a lot of you probably deserve it. A lot of you probably deserve it. Let's see now. Let's look at the law. The head shrine maiden in charge of the Grand Narukami Shrine and a descendant of Kitsune lineage, so yes, Fox Girl, eternity servant and friend, and the intimidating editor-in-chief of the Yaya Publishing House, a publisher of light novels. Oh god. Oh god, she's into light novels. Oh no, who does she ship? Who does she ship in Genshin Impact? Is it, I don't know, Ito and that Raven girl? Is it? No, let me see. Who has some interesting, who has some crack ships I can just pair up? Oh, okay. What's his face? Who has some crack ships that can crack in right now? Shunhe and Gaming, which is wrong, which sounds really, really wrong, but again, crack ship. Remember? Who else do we got? Riesli and Barbara. Oh, that'll be cute. That'll be cute. It'll look really star-crossed. It'll look it'll be like a dysfunctional couple. It'll look cute. It'll look cute. Yeah. Oh, and of course, Jean and Diluc. Cause Klee, you know, Klee. Yeah, cause Klee. Simple as that. But where does Yae Miko fit here? Okay, I think I need to put her away. She's taking up so much space. Yae Miko. She looks quite the powerful character. But she looks like she relies more on the brains than most else. Grappler. That mischievous look. The fact that she's part Kitsune. Really, really sly look, in spite of looking very, you know, regal and stuff. I think she's gonna be one of those wily grapplers that plays a lot of tricks. A lot of tricks. Finishing move wise, I don't know why I have this for her, but Rings of Saturn, if you know what that is. It's also known as the Brutalizer, made famous by Pac. I think she'll do that, like just to seal the deal. Make sure you don't escape. I think that's what she's all about. Yeah. There's a pretty brutal looking submission actually. It looks like everything she does is like a little bit too slick, a bit too soft, and suddenly out of nowhere, she'll do a finger snap on you. She'll stomp on your limbs. She'll pull out the Brutalizer on you. Yeah, so she's got a mean streak. I bet she's got a mean streak. Hi. So I made a boo-boo. I made a big boo-boo. So I thought, after my little tinkle, I thought, okay. I mean, I do feel a little bit tired and stuff. So I thought to myself, okay, I think it'll be harmless if I were to just rest a little bit, for about 5 minutes and that sort of thing, just to recuperate some energy. I'm all hooked up on all sorts of caffeine. Should be fine, right? Right? Well, here we are. Is it 30 minutes? 45 minutes? I'm not so sure. In any case, at least we're here. Also, I'm welcome, Steven. Welcome, Steven. Streamer Doko. Streamer Kochi. Here I am. I guess. I'm not so sure why your comment isn't appearing on the screen. Actually, let me just check on it really quickly, just in case. I'm actually not so sure why it's not here. Let me just try this one. There you are. Luckily I've got some contingencies just in case. Okay, let's keep going, folks. Let's keep going, actually. So again, as I've mentioned, no matter rain or shine, I will get this done. Okay, next up is actually a character that I don't know. The design hits. The design hits for me for some reason. I'm not so sure why. This is how do you say this? Yanfei. This is Yanfei. I don't know. Something about this is something about that tilted hat, that confident look, cute midriff. Something about it works. I don't know why. Like, will it work as a I can see it actually getting fashioned into a pro wrestler look really easily. For some reason, I'm not so sure why, but it does for me. I'm not so sure if she's like throwing down a ghost statue of a. I'm not sure if that's a Qilin or if it's a deer statue. Let's say it's a deer statue. I'm not so sure if she's throwing it down or if she's summoning it. I'm actually like does she have supernatural powers? I mean, everyone has supernatural, but I'm saying, does she have like powers that goes beyond the mortal realm? I'm not sure if I'm making sense. It makes sense at all. Let me just read the lore. I'm sure that will help. A half-illuminated beast and highly skilled legal advisor. She combines adherence to the legal codices and reasonable flexibility to find the perfect balance in her work. She devotes herself to protecting the fairness of contracts in Liyue with her identity as a legal advisor and her unique experiences and methods. So she's a lawyer? And she's an illuminated beast. What does that mean? So, is she a god of some sort? Okay, I'm just looking at this real quickly. So it is basically a supernatural beast. So she's a supernatural beast turned lawyer? What? So you're a beast lawyer wrestler. How does that work? I thought this would be... Because having a lawyer gimmick is sort of not out of the realms of possibilities. Like there is one lawyer wrestler for quite a while ago. I forgot his name. Married Jennifer Hudson at one point. Pretty sure that particular wrestler did. Yeah, I married Jennifer Hudson at one point. Yeah. Whatever happened to him after that? I don't know. But Jennifer Hudson is definitely the more famous of that couple. But what to do with Yanfei? Let's see now. Where do you fit in, Yanfei? I mean, I could put you to Ubuntu Wrestling and have you as the resident lawyer, I guess. Actually, inspiration just struck me. She's a lawyer, right? Legal, right? Who better to be a referee than a lawyer? Referee. She might be supernatural and all that, but she uses her powers for, well, not so much good as is justice and equality. Yeah. That's what it is. So yes, she will trade a little bit of the red and white for the black and white. Although I can definitely see her having like a red armbands, just to show a little bit of color. I think, yeah, that could work. I can definitely see her as being one of the more vigilant referees. I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, there you go. I'm kind of surprised to actually have that many in Ubuntu Wrestling, actually. But it really does take, but if anything, that's actually a testament to what it takes to run a wrestling promotion. Like, you actually do need a shocking number of non-wrestling talent to even facilitate all of these guys. Like, that's just facts. None of these wrestling archetypes can possibly exist without the help of those who are too uwu no wrestling. Okay, next up. This character. Of all the characters that have baffled me in this game, this one. Okay, I don't know about you. First of all, a child, that's not good. That's like doesn't help in sorting you in the right spot. It just almost puts you in the. It just automatically shoehorns you into the two Ubuntu Wrestling, and I really have to almost like kayfabe this real hard to slot you into somewhere else, you know. And secondly, Yao here. Of all the different characters in this one, you know, a lot of the characters can be sorted as to either 4-star or 5 stars, right? That sort of a thing. Of the many different designs I've seen so far, this is gonna sound a little. This is a bit. I don't know if this is a hot take or not in the Genshin world. Yao here comes off the most 3-star. I'm sorry. I know that sounds really mean, but everything about her screams, I'm an actual child, and I just help out in my village as ye old regular village girl. Nothing special about me. I know we can see that she's got some green bunnies popping out of her and stuff, but even that looks just so minor and inconsequential, you know? Like, you don't see those, like, you see those green energy bunnies that popping out of her bag. Those don't look, you know, are those even dangerous at all, you know? So yeah, and the fact that it does not help that she's holding a really cute orange bunny plushie thing. So she genuinely comes off like she actually looks like an NPC. I'm sorry, she genuinely looks like an NPC compared to everyone else here. And so to turn her into to adapt her into a pro wrestler, can I even? Is that even responsible of me even to adapt her into a pro wrestler, you know? Okay, maybe her lore will help out a little bit. So let's check out her lore first. Hailing from a rural area not far from Tingse village, Yao Yao grew up with nature at her side. Seeing potential in Yao Yao, street ward rambler took her in as a disciple, and Yao Yao left the tranquil mountains to live with her master in the bright and bustling Liyue Harbor. Still kind of NPC coded, frankly speaking. You guys are gonna think I'm kind of wild for this one. She seems nice. You guys may or may not think I'm a little bit wild for this. But she's too uwu no wrestling. She is so too uwu no wrestling. But what role? What role? At least. So she is the only one where the moment I saw her, like just from the thumbnail alone, just from this alone, I've already immediately decided, no, she's a referee. I already had a role for her already. She's the only one. She's the only one that the moment I saw, I already had something in mind for her already. Just because it's so, good lord, nothing about her screams I can fight. I'm sorry. Everyone else, like, yeah, literally everyone else either has a weapon or they have some sort of supernatural thing going about with them. Like, she's a zombie. You can do, like, she can, even her, I can sort of see fighting a little bit. You know? Everyone else in Two Owner Wrestling looks like they can put up a fight. Except Yao Yao. You literally look like you provide health items. You literally look like you sell health items. So yeah. And what does this mean? You'd make for a good referee. And the sort of referee that's like that's a little bit too nice for their own good. Tries to be fair. Different from Yanfei. Yanfei is a lot more vigilant. It's tougher for her to get distracted and to get tricked. Yao Yao is exactly the referee you want to mess around with a little bit more. Just because she's a cute little thing. And so, you know, if you want to blindside someone, you want to sneak something, sneak a foreign object into the ring, she's the one. She's the one you do it to. Poor thing. But everyone loves her because she is genuinely a sweetheart who has tried her best to look out for the wrestling talents. So we can always appreciate a referee like that. Remember, folks. The middleman, the referee is the middleman between backstage and the talents themselves. They do genuinely serve a very important role, and they do genuinely call the shots. So even Yao Yao has an important role to play in the pro wrestling world. So yeah, so she's not completely useless. Is what I'm saying. didn't I classify someone as a viewer in 2-0 wrestling? I think it was. Did I call Fischl just a viewer actually? Did I call Fischl a viewer, or was it you? I can't recall. But definitely someone was just a viewer. So Yao Yao actually is actually in a pretty good role actually. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, who's next? This character is an interesting one. This is Yelan. First off, Queen. This is a boss. This is someone that clearly does deals, is super confident with them. You don't wear that sort of white jacket unless if you are like in charge of something. You are large and in charge of something. Like you come off like you run a business, or run their business perhaps. Yeah. Gives off it's gonna be weird comparison. Gives off like Swerve Strickland vibes. Maybe her lore will help give more context. Yelan is a mysterious person who claims to work for the Ministry of Civil Affairs, but comes out as a non-entity on the list. She also claims to work for the Yanshang Tea House, but only uses it for a true job, an intelligence agent collaborating with Ning Guang. Ooh. She's definitely a little bit on the mysterious side. A lot of aliases, I see. So this is someone sneaky. Intelligence agent after all. Ooh, seeks information. It's a lot of identities. Likes to get the dirt on things. I can definitely see that. If anything, she almost gives off like mafioso vibes. Mafiosa vibes? Is that how you say a female mafia member? Mafiosa? I don't know. Either way. Let's put her away first and last and sort her out. Whoa. Let's see. Intelligence agent, eh? If I were to... What would benefit an intelligence agent the most? I think this might surprise some folks, but I think a grappler actually. Because when you're in the thick of it, spying and stuff, you want to have your wits about you. You want to be able to subdue people quickly. You want to know how to subdue people in all sorts of different situations. You want to have strategies. And a grappler and strategies is very much a hallmark of a grappler. So I think she it'll work out as a grappler, because if she's like an intelligence agent, sort of a gimmick, you want it to be a grappler. You want them to be a grappler. Like she needs to be a grappler in order to function properly. How is it used to tie people up and question them, eh? So for her. triangle choke? Like a leg trap triangle choke? That could work. That could work. She's got the legs for it after all. Yep. She's got the legs for it. She's got the legs for it. And not just chopstick legs either. No. Yep. Them thick. They'll put in a real tight squeeze. Yeah, triangle choke. Easy. Right. Holy crap, 3 more to go. Let's go. Let's keep this on a roll. Yeah. Where was this energy 40 minutes ago? It's so freaking embarrassing. Okay, now. Okay, this is a pretty unique character. Yoimiya. Let's see. First impressions is ooh. Some sort of fire archer. She's got this huge I don't know what you call these knot things at her back. Makes for a rather unique kimono. It looks like something. Is this a sumo thing? Is she a sumo wrestler? Is she a sumo wrestler archer? Because that'd be badass. That'd be badass, a female sumo wrestler. Really striking outfit, actually. Yeah, that back piece is like, it's incredible. It really carries the whole splash art. Really nice, intricate bow. No, I need the lore. I need the lore for this one. Yoimiya is the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. Oh, fireworks! With a colorful fireworks and outgoing personality, Yoimiya is loved by everyone on Narukami Island. She was coined as the queen of the summer festival, as they believe summer is not the same without her. So she's very much the life of the party. You can definitely see that. Fireworks. A fireworks character. A fireworks gimmick would be fantastic, actually. Yeah, in the pro wrestling context, because we love our fireworks. We love our pyro in pro wrestling. You know, Kane with the signature flames, the Dudley Boys with that meteor explosion one. Chris Jericho, you know, back in the WWE days. Yeah. Oh, that'd be yeah, a wrestler obsessed with pyro. That's actually legitimately awesome. Actually, maybe like she'll come out to depending on what she feels, she'll come out to different types of pyro. She'll adapt pyro. Maybe if she goes to a small promotion, she'll be like having all these segments where she tries her best to make pyro, even though maybe the space is too small to pyro, but she'll do something related to pyro. You know, like that's what she's all about. She's low-key a little too obsessed with pyro, but that's her shtick, and that's what makes her. That's partly what makes her a compelling wrestler. But what does that mean for her skill set? What does that mean for her move set? Because she does seem quite athletic. And to have all that pyro knowledge. Ooh. I mean, it does seem pretty fitting to put her as a high flyer, you know. Explosive personality. Outgoing, loves fireworks, so you know, she wants a moveset to reflect that as well. I think for that, oh gosh, is it actually? It has to be a shooting star press. Actually, corkscrew. Shooting star press. Corkscrew shooting star press. Some of you may know it as the Black Arrow, the one that Pac does. So yes, So if you know what, it's a little bit hard to imagine, but if you know what a shooting star press is like, it's like a jumping gainer in gymnastics terms, which you guys probably don't know. So it's that, but you're twisting at the same time for it. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, that's mwah, perfect. Corkscrew shooting star press. Gorgeous. That is perfect for her. That is loud and proud. Ooh. Okay. Next up, this is a pretty special character too. This is Yunjin. Chinese opera. Need I say more? Chinese opera. Oh my god, this is perfect for pro wrestling. A Chinese opera wrestler? Are you kidding me? That is perfect. Freaking difficult gimmick to pull off IRL, because to come off like a Peking opera performer, like you need to that would be so difficult, but it's so good because they both have such similarities. Like I've without saying too much, I have literally seen a Peking opera performers do a pro wrestling move. When I say a move, I'm not talking about like a technique, a strike, or slam. No. I'm talking about a core fundamental part of it. I don't even want to give away to you guys. So it's a fundamental thing that they do. If I were to explain to a Peking opera performer, it's the exact same thing. And they do it as well. It was freaky to see it, but like that's what they do. It's kind of odd that they do it actually on the sort of environment that they're in actually, but it's true. It's incredible actually that they do it. So yeah, to have a Peking opera and look in a pro wrestler context, that would be incredible. Oh my god. Okay. A famous figure in Liga's Harbor's opera scene, Yunjin is the director of the Yunhan Opera Troupe and performs at Heyu Teak House from time to time. She is also a playwright, having written all the plays the Yunhan Opera Troupe has performed in recent years, including a new ending for The Divine Damsel of Devastation. So this is the singer, the vocalist for The Divine Damsel of Devastation. She's the one with those incredible pipes. If I'm not wrong, the voice actress and the singer for Divine Damsel of Devastation are two different people. But for the sake of argument, this character has obviously the same voice. So that is just incredible. Yeah. So this is no way she's in 2Uwu. No freaking way she's in 2Uwu. No. It's too good for her to be 2Uwu. Are you kidding me? But what sort? Okay. Flags. Like, such an inspired design. Are you kidding me? The fact that she's only 4 stars. For me, this is a 5-star look. 5-star look. Let's see. Spear. She doesn't come off too high flyer for me. A lot of Peking opera are like absolute acrobats. They come from a wushu background. They can jump to the best of them. But she doesn't come off as too high for me. I think she's more of a striker. She's more of a striker for sure. She's fairly grounded. She can do some fancy flying kicks for sure, but nothing too crazy. she definitely comes off as the more practical type. You know, she's a playwright after all, so she gets creative and stuff. Oh man, dude. This actually reminds me of a time. Does anyone remember the Mae Young Classic? I don't know if anyone remembers the Mae Young Classic besides me. That's basically a women's wrestling tournament in WWE. That's freaking rare. There were, I forgot who it was. It was Xia Li and someone else, I'm sure. At one point, early on in the match, they both took on basically an actual combat sport stance, and they started to legit kickbox each other. Like, it basically turned into a kung fu movie for a little bit, and the crowd, when the crowd saw it, knew what that was all about, and they went ham. The moment they started, like, oh shit, a kung fu match, let's go. It was like so it legit became like a kung fu movie sequence at one point. It was actually freaking cool, actually, because these were two Asian wrestlers. I think they're both Chinese, if I'm not wrong. And so they showed up on business. They started like basically going all Jackie Chan on each other. It was actually legitimately really, really cool to see that, actually. So that was awesome. That was awesome. So yeah. So what would be her finishing move? It's gotta be a kick of some sort. I'm trying to think of. It's been so long since I've seen Peking, seen even snippets of Peking opera. So I'm trying to imagine what's a typical one that they do. Okay. It's a little bit tough to pull off, but I think she can. It is a spinning crescent kick. So it's similar to a spinning hook kick where you're kicking with the heel, but this is on the side of the foot. So your toes are pointing up, but you're swinging it like in a spinning motion. So for hers, it's a spinning crescent kick, I think. Yeah, I think that'll work out. You see Asuka doing it sometimes, actually. Asuka does it on occasion when she can. So yeah. Spinning crescent kick for sure. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I want to see that. I want to see a Peking opera wrestler. But I think we're a little bit away from that. I think a little bit away from that. There was a lion dance gimmick. I've seen it once, and that was super cool. Super cool. And finally, at last, Daddy himself. Need I say more about this character? Need I say more? Okay, first up, let's just get it out of the way first. Let's just get it out of the way first. So quickly. Do I even need to read his lore? For a little bit of context, Zhongli is probably the character with the most hype ever, I think. Because when he was about to debut, the hype for him was real. It was nigh inescapable. There were full-on articles talking about Zhongli. Like, this man had a media presence like no one else. easily one of the most iconic characters in this game. Easily one of the most imposing looks in this game. And easily one of the most important characters in the game. Like, it's almost is it fair to say he's probably, I know there's no such thing as a 6-star character, but it feels like he's the only one that should qualify as a 6-star character, because the aura on this man is through the roof. So to justify it, let's look at his lore real quick. A consultant of the Wangshen funeral parlor, he is later revealed to be the Geo-Archon Morax, who has decided to experience the world from the perspective of a mortal. Yep. Just look at him. The man literally feels like he just commands. So, you know, with him having this regal look, that the fact that he's just freaking, like, he looks like an earth god, essentially. He looks like an earth god. He looks like he could be like one of the most powerful earthbenders ever. If you guys know about Avatar: The Last Airbender, he looks like he could be an earthbender in the most epic of proportions. So yeah, no surprise here. He's gonna be a powerhouse. He's not like he's not gonna be one of the largest guys, but my God, if I were to pro wrestlify him, he is just gonna be all muscle, and not the bulky muscle too. Not the bulky muscle. No, what he has is functional muscle. So he doesn't need to look super bulky and stuff. You know, he's got that farmer strength. He doesn't have the bodybuilder look, but he's got that farmer strength to him, because he's worked the literal earth. So what's his finisher? It's gotta be something fireman's carry, I think. It's gotta be something fireman's carry. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Do you guys know Keith Lee's finisher? The latest one? So it's not the sit-out powerbomb thing. It's not the elevated sit-out powerbomb move. It's the... It looks like the AA from a fireman's carry, but he also do like a jackhammer thing there. Yeah, a bit like a jackhammer. Actually, would the jackhammer will freaking work? Nah, it's just We'll simplify. The jackhammer. You guys know the jackhammer a lot more, I think. So vertical suplex, twist it down into a side slam. That's the jackhammer. That's his finisher. No questions asked. And I did it. 83 characters. 83 characters. Finally done. 84, I mean. 84. Oh my God. It's done. Feast your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, for it is done. It is done. I'll screenshot this, make a post of it tomorrow. But it's done. It's done. Okay, let's have a look at this video real quick first before we wrap things up. Let's see. Powerhouse, grappler, the most, but everything else comes in really close. High flyer, striker also tied, and of course the least is to Uber harassment, but only by two, but only by a small margin, the difference. So surprising number of 2 Uber harassment, which surprised me actually. I'm surprised at how much this filled up. But that's because I really took a lot of liberties with 2 Uber harassment, where it's it's not just the cuties or the sweethearts here. No. It's folks that I feel are more appropriate in other non-wrestling roles in the wrestling world. Yeah. For sure. So yes, it's done. Will I do something else like this in the future? You bet your bottom dollar I will. You bet your bottom dollar I will. Maybe I can spread it out just a little bit more. So I don't overwhelm myself next time. Because gods, past week I was really overwhelmed with this one. That's for damn sure. Alright folks, I'm gonna call it a night here. Because I am cooked. I need to really prep for the coming Thursday stream, because oh my god, I want some levels of prepping too. Alright folks, Cafe Cornelius is now closing shop. You get the picture. You have a lovely night. Have a lovely night.